Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of the Latari Elves Player Journal. So to keep up with what we've been doing, you can always watch a full playlist and go through the different games and the evolution of my experience with the Latari Elves. But this one is focusing on the Store Championships, which I played in last week. And yeah, I had not managed to get any games in because for some stupid reason, the RuneWars night I organised in the store was on a Tuesday night, and I work Tuesday night, which means I'm there. I can try and coax people to come and be there, but I can't play. So I'd played 0 games since the one you got to watch on stream, which made it all the more surprising for me to come home with this. So yeah, I was really happy. I was chuffed a bit, to be honest. I really wanted to win. I've not been competitive in a game for a long time, but I really wanted to win this one for some reason. I really enjoyed playing Latari Elves, and I really wanted to push through and try and make it work. So the last list I played that you all saw was the 2 big units of archers, unit of Linux riders, and Alania of Summer Song. I ran a pretty similar list. So I ran Alania with Pack Leader Spear and Ambush Predator, pardon me. Yeah, Pack Leader Spear and Ambush Predator. And I still think she is awesome. If you use her correctly, she can lay waste to almost anything in the game. And we had some discussions on the night about her, but I don't think she's broken by any means. I think she's very delicate, and you need to make sure that you use her correctly. But I did, and she did well, so that was good. Then the unit of Linux Riders has Column Tactics, Metered March, and Raven Tabards, so we move a little bit quicker in the initiative order. And Column Tactics as a May is awesome. The fact that you can roll, pick if you're going to need to use your Column Tactics or not, it's just really strong, really good. And they're probably the first unit I'm going to change around once I get to it. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with them, but I feel like they're the most hit and miss unit in the army. Then 2 full units of Deepwood Archers. I've got both of them with frontline Amalhean Scions, close order targeting, and tempered steel. And that gives you a really good just ability to pump out damage. Really strong. And yeah, I just managed to take it away. It wasn't a big event by any means. I'm not saying saying that, it was a third the size of Worlds. How about that? The field was a third as big as a field of Worlds. No, we had 4 players. I took Latari Elves because it's the only thing I've been playing at all, and that gave us 1 of each faction. Game 1 was against Stefan and the Warqua. He had 2 big units of archers as well, but we were playing the corner deployments, and I positioned and tried to flank him and draw his stuff into my range, and he let me. I got quite a few shots off, so he's hunting for revenge. Should be playing a game tomorrow against him, so we can see if he can get his revenge. But that was a pretty good close game. Could have gone better. I feel like I could have been more aggressive, but I was just trying to make sure I got a win in that one. And then in game 2, I played against Aaron again, who you saw me playing in the last episode. I'll put a card up here, maybe here, up here. There'll be a card here linking to that game. But yeah, I played Aaron again. He was running a pretty similar list, but he'd replaced a unit with a unit of crossbowmen at their right, and they were interesting. But he did let me stack up the terrain. He put 1 big piece on this flank here, and I put another big piece, and because he was using Hawthorne and was using a big wide units of cavalry with massive threat, I just made sure that they couldn't fit through. And he had to come around it, and as he came around, I put some fire into it. I think, no, he got a charge off. I sacrificed a unit of archers. He got a charge off, wiped them out. He moved his spearman in and sent a dispatch runner to do a second attack and just wiped the four of them. But we were playing a scenario where you get extra points for doing flank charges. And I'd obviously lined them up in such a way to present their flank. So my unit of Linux Riders smashed into them, gave me bonus points and finished them off. Then Alania had pushed up into a gap and was threatening. So where he had his a second line of archers, a second line of cavalry and Hawthorne and everything up in his deployment zone, he wasn't sure if he pushed too far forwards, Alania could get around behind him. And it worked out pretty well. I thought it worked well. I thought it went exactly to plan. I just ended up crushing him in the end. I feel a little bit bad. I forgot to take the booklet with the full printout of all the initiatives and stuff. So I was showing him my dials all the time, but he forgot that the Lynx Riders had a +1 charge, and so I managed to get in and butcher his unit before they could get away. But it was an interesting one. I think he had the defense 5 Hawthorne as well, and Alania got into him doing the automatic mortal wound, rolled another mortal wound. She'd managed to reset her pack leader's spear for 3 lethal, and I rolled 2 hits and a mortal wound. So I left him on 1 wound, so I was guaranteed to kill him in the next round. And that was pretty epic for me. I was quite happy. It was just really interesting. Lots of things going on, but the army worked how I thought it would. I did take note of the world's winning list in the MSU style, but I can't do it. I can't bring myself to field that kind of army. So I was running the 2 big units of archers. So 4 activations, and I feel like that's how I want to play the game. I'll probably sit between 4 and 5 activations most of the time. Maybe 6 if I put a push, but I might want to make sure I have a couple of big units, just so it feels like the game I want to play. And that's not no criticism to how anyone else plays. People can play how they want to. They can do whatever they want. It's their own list. But that's how I like the aesthetic of the game. The only things I consider changing is I might look at dropping the frontline Scions and switching around the Linux Riders. Maybe I'm waiting for infantry to come out and see what I can do with those, but I'm not 100%. I just really wish the FFG would step up production on these guys again. I feel like with the launch of Legion and everything like that they just stalled all of the RuneWars. It's almost like, well, we know for a fact that they've reordered more Legion, so they weren't out of print for as long. And it feels like that reprint of Legion has pushed back all of the RuneWars, which is a bit of I'm not going to say a mistake. Obviously, Legion will obviously sell better than RuneWars because they messed up the launch. I don't think anyone can deny it, but it is what it is. I'd love to be able to say that, they did a good job with it, because I really like the game. I think it's a really, really solid game, but they just messed up the launch, and all of these little things are just making it harder and harder to build that community. So hopefully we get this Legion stuff done, and then we can push on, get more RuneWars stuff. We definitely need all 4 factions out fully stacked, so we can have options for the game, and then I can build a community. I guarantee I'll be able to get more players in this. So good news moving forwards. I have actually swapped around my the night we play RuneWars on. We now play on a Thursday night, which means I can play again. So prepare yourselves for some more Latari Elves player journals. It's definitely the army I'm going to run with. I've got all 4 of them. Obviously, I think I did the Uvok unboxing, but Latari is where my heart is at the moment. So I'll definitely get some more videos going. I know I said this already, but if you can see in the background, I've been playing around with the setup for the table back there, and getting some new equipment and stuff like that. So I feel like I'm poised to be able to do some really good quality painting videos. So they'll start coming soon, TM. But yeah, stick with it, guys. Keep playing RuneWars. Let me know what you guys are playing and how your communities are. So that's, yeah, a big question for this video. It's like, how are your communities and what we're seeing people playing? Is it everyone running Latari after they, pushed on in the Worlds and obviously Star Championships? They seem to be doing pretty well. Are the UFOC taking over as they did in the FFG articles? But yeah, let me know. What are you seeing people playing? Thanks for watching, everyone. If you like the video, make sure you give us a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing to the videos as well. It gives me an enormous sense of accomplishment when I get another subscriber. And yeah, I love you all. I'll see you again next time. And sorry, I've been so out of touch with RuneWars.